Hello everyone, welcome back for another Therapy Tip Tuesday. My name is Miss Rosie and today is going to be my last Therapy Tip Tuesday where I'll share you some ideas for the month of September. Since football season is starting, I think it will be great to share some ideas and tips on how we can practice on our goals on the game days. Okay, so let's get started. When talking about WH questions, using WH questions, parents can start by asking the child, when are football games? The child can either respond with days of the week, times of the day, whichever is most appropriate at their level. If the child has difficulty identifying if football is being played on Sunday, Saturday, Friday, any day of the week, the parent can always bring out a calendar and show them the options that they have and have them either point or verbally identify the days of the week that the games are played. Or you can also bring out a clock and have the child point to the numbers or identify the time on the clock of when games would be playing. For NFL games, those are usually on Sundays as well as Thursdays too. College games are mostly on Saturdays, so depending on what game you're planning to watch, what team you're planning to watch, depends on which day and time is most appropriate. So the parent would probe the child in the most appropriate way to bring them to the best possible answer. Next, we can always talk about who plays football. What do you call those people that play football? If the child has a difficult time, the parent can always provide 2 to 3 options for them to pick from. Who plays football? Are they called football players, hockey players, or baseball players? And from there, have the child appropriately respond. We can also ask them to identify any teams that play football. If they can name one, say the Giants, can you name any other teams? Either the other New York team or any other NFL teams, and see how many they can list. You can also ask them to describe the team if they're having a difficult time identifying the team that they're either watching at that moment or a team that they like to watch. So by describing the team, you can talk about what state they represent, their colors of the uniform, their mascots, or even identifying some players that play on that team to help identify the team that they're talking about, or have other people guess on the team that they're speaking of. We can also target identifying foods that would be eaten during football games. Parents can provide one example and see if the child can respond with 1, 2, or however many more foods that they can identify that's being eaten during a football game. Either if they're at the stadium, what food options are there, or if they're in their house or at somebody else's house for a football party, what options of food would they expect to be there. Also, inferencing is a big topic that can be practiced during football games. Inferencing is going on throughout the entire game day. You can infer who's going to win, who's going to be playing in the game, who is going to throw the first touchdown, what team is going to have the best ratings. You can even infer how many touchdowns a person's going to get or how many interceptions a quarterback's going to throw. There's so much interceptions and touchdowns and field goals that are going on that you can always practice inferencing what to expect. You can also infer about a player. So how well is the quarterback going to do in the game? How well is a tight end or a wide receiver going to be in the game? These are all opportunities to practice your inferencing. Next, we can target vocabulary. There are a bunch of words that are specific for football that are used throughout football games no matter what team or what game you're watching. These words can include a touchdown, end zone, field goal, downs, a fumble, a huddle, an interception, as well as other words. But these are all main words that are always used throughout the game. So the child is being exposed to these vocabulary words. They can practice using these words during the game, either identifying when they see a touchdown, when they see somebody fumble the ball, or if they see the quarterback being sacked. They can practice using these words, identifying it during the game, or even pointing it out. So these are all opportunities to practice building their vocabulary. Okay, these are all of my therapy tips for this last Tuesday for the month of September. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.